To start off, because we are focusing on Bitcoin and from the cryptos as well, I'm very much in two minds on what we should do with cryptos at the moment. While the 4 hour suggests that we have a 4 hour FVG here, and that could trigger us and a further upside that could take us higher. The scenario is not that simple. We can see that lower high was formed yesterday. The price action is not as clear as we would expect. This is not a bullish kind of a pullback move. It has spent like 16 hours at the same level. If we move just to daily here as well, we can see that the daily fair value gap on the that was formed the last Friday by the last Friday's move was not being able to breach. So that was not breached, and the price closed below, and the daily candle itself is slightly bearish at the moment, as we can see. Uh, if we look at the higher time frame as well, weekly, I think it's pretty grim as well. Uh, what does make sense is the even if we do let's say 4 hour trade on 4 hour based long here, that comes with, at the moment at least, less certainty, meaning it is I think probability rating wise, I think it would be 55 or maximum 60, but it does have, sorry, have a small SL at the moment. But this is not a good assured kind of trade that we would expect to take with heavy volume, heavy size, etc., etc. Uh, Obviously, being inside this channel is compressing channel is also very difficult for us to trade. Uh, on the breakdown of this low, though, if we create a new low from yesterday, which is, let us see here. Uh, what we are seeing on the hourly is this. If we draw a small trend line, although that is not as relevant, uh, we are slightly outside that and slightly pushing bearish as well on the hourly. But this liquidity that was drawn from that lower level from yesterday's move, that's somewhat protecting the price here above. But when it breaks down, I think we could start a new low bearish move that takes the price lower. The more logical sense, in my opinion, is to be on the bearish side because of the daily price structure, what it is, and now not this a small 4 hour fair value gap, which has been tested a few times, but still not given price enough to move out above. So that's a major concern for me. Obviously, we would prefer if the price was a bit cleaner, but that's not the case at the moment. So we have to make do with what I have. On Ethereum similarly as well, we can see that the price action was not able to breach the daily fair value gap. Similarly on Solana as well, not being able to breach that daily fair value gap. BNB as well. Every asset is following the same kind of playbook. Uh, this link as well, probably not AVAX, AVE as well, Litecoin as well. Same thing happening across all the time, major altcoins as well. So the question becomes what side to trade. I think there are both trades in this market, the long and short. I personally think a bit more in like the direction is on the short side, but it's like I said, 55-45 maximum in this case. So yeah, that's about it on the crypto side. The plan, in my opinion, should be to short below 69K, and the plan should be to long, if we want to long, to see after at least some confirmation around these levels, without just longing on bias. Obviously, on gold, we are trying to take support on now on this 5180 level. The price action is not good. We have a pretty important day data wise as well. Apart from all the things that is happening with Trump and him and his press secretary and other members of the team constantly saying stuff to the press or Twitter or anywhere else, which is like having huge impact on the market as a whole. Uh, and that's pretty concerning in my opinion. Uh, and that is causing all these noisy price actions. But without all that, we also have the CPI today, which is pretty important given the context of oil that is going to come. So this CPI is not including what happened after the war, because this is just February data before the war. So if that indicates all like high like increasing upside, It's only going to be more inflated in March, and that's going to cause more problems, more headaches for the Fed, and possibly more positive sides for dollar, and more possibly more risk for gold in that case. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan on that regard, and obviously that works on the negative bias of Bitcoin as well in that case. So that's pretty much about it on that front. Apart from that, I think if we are looking at oil is forming some sort of a reversal since yesterday. I think we saw kind of bottoming around that 82 mark. Uh, I don't think it's going to fall more unless it is directly instigated by someone or directly instigated by something. I think we are going to see it continue higher. Uh, uh, we we are looking at oil from a point of view of many factors that are playing in the market. Obviously from the Iran front as well, but also the manipulation that is coming from the Trump front, saying contradictory things in consecutive days, and misdirecting the market in a way that is not done that was not done before. So that's a pretty much big concern for oil. But I think oil has seen the bottom now, and we can see like consolidated upside, not this sharp upside, but consolidated upside from these 85, 86 levels. Uh, Going forward. So yeah, that's something that we can keep on the radar. Obviously, we don't want to scalp as you mentioned, but yeah, it's also still very volatile given all that scenario. It's, it's it's going to be difficult for us to manage and possibly get into a good trade. But I will mention when there is. On the indices front, I think we kind of missed our entries because yeah of the timing, start timing, etc. The movements happened earlier, a couple of hours prior to the European Open, and the price just crashed below the VWAPs, AVWAPs. So the blue line is the VWAP, the daily VWAP, and uh, the green ones, dark green ones are the from peak, like previous day high, previous day low VWAPs, and when those broke down together, I think around here, and it just continued lower. These are the kind of things that we could do intraday with solid confirmation. These are 15-minute candles. You can follow that and try to catch good movements, solid movements, without us having to worry about like scalping or something like that. Just trading and keeping that logic going. A similar thing happened on Nasdaq as well. Like I mentioned, they are a linked market. The only thing is to like note about Nasdaq and Dow is the sizing. So while let's say one lot in Nasdaq is equivalent to four lots in US 30. So that's the only thing that we should keep in mind. Everything else is similar in my opinion. Uh, uh, yeah, that's about it on the daily views. I think gold is poised to rise for the moment, still the CPI at least, and possibly Bitcoin is going to be pressured towards the CPI. I don't think we have the CPI in exactly 3 hours. I don't think much is going to happen before that. Uh, but yeah, we could see a push downwards before that, and yeah, after that, after the data will dictate where the market goes, obviously, along with the prices of oil. If oil keeps rising, cryptos are bound to fall, risk markets are bound to fall. Nothing else can support it if oil goes back to 95, 97 again. So yeah, that's the idea here. uh, Obviously Solana, like we discussed, is has a good support around these levels, 84, 85, 84, 83. But everything else will depend on what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin breaking this 4-hour fair value gap will be a start of a new bearish move that could trigger further downside and further fall towards the downside in today and in the coming days as well. That's about it.